In the sky, stars shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world. She's my country lady, drives me nearly crazy. Lord, I wanna keep her, never wanna leave her. This ain't nothing but a country song. Sit down, listen, it won't take long. Song about a girl, no, it ain't made up. She likes cowboy boots and a big Ford truck. She can hold a bub and drinks it neat. Bakes buttermilk biscuits that can't be beat. With the big blue eyes and the long brown hair, I'm in love, she really gets me there. In the sky, stars are shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars are shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world. In the sky, stars shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world. She's my country lady, drives me nearly crazy. Lord, I wanna keep her, never wanna leave her. This ain't nothing but a country song. Sit down, listen, it won't take long. Song about a girl, no, it ain't made up. She likes cowboy boots and a big Ford truck. She can hold a bub and drinks it neat. Bakes buttermilk biscuits that can't be beat. With the big blue eyes and the long brown hair, I'm in love, she really gets me there. In the sky, stars are shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars are shining. We're gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are traveling far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world.
Technical difficulties, as I was trying to say, now that I noticed that the volume was messed up. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode, we're talking about freelancing and some of the different platforms you can use to be able to market your own services and make some quick cash or start your own full time business. So, if you have any questions on this morning's video, please feel free to drop them into the live chat. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and I will get back to them as soon as possible. Hey, Danny, thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Monday. So, what exactly is freelancing? Freelancing is marketing yourself to do a particular task, job, or service. Whether you're somebody that's into doing content creation, editing content, podcasts, videos, you could be a book editor, a artist that does book cover designing. There's literally thousands of different types of freelancers. Some of them are multifaceted, and some of them are just one kind of service. There are multiple different platforms that you can use to be able to market yourself for these services as well. And that's what we're discussing today. Hey, Vidal, thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Monday. If you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to drop them into the live chat. So in this morning's video, I only listed off a few of the different possibilities that you can look into for freelancing, but that is just a very short list. There are over 20 different sites that you can use, and they all have their own perks and downfalls. Some of them require that you do have a PayPal account to be able to accept payments. Some of them you would have to make your own payment arrangements, whether it's going to be something that you receive online payment or whether you take credit card or check or cash only. It's entirely up to you on what platform you use and if you use multiple different platforms to be able to market yourself to get the business that you're doing. I hear you on the not raining. It's here in Michigan, it has been like really crazy lately. It's been going up to like 80 to 85, and then the other day it dropped down into the 40s and was all gloomy and rainy, and then it's been cold the last couple days and it's supposed to be getting warm again, so hopefully the weather will cooperate and stay at a happy medium instead of getting so cold. Now, a couple of the most well known platforms for freelancing are Fiverr, Upwork, and Freelancer.com. All of these give you the ability to list yourself along with thousands and thousands of others that are in various price range and skill sets on whatever it is that you want to do, whether you're a writer, a graphics person, an audio or video person, a business consultant, somebody that talks about lifestyle stuff, whether it's exercising or dieting. There's literally hundreds of options for each and every category. And the lowest that I've seen for anybody on the different platforms for doing a particular task is about $5 at the very least. And in some cases, they go as high as anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000, depending on what it is you need done. And myself, I would love to be able to make $1,000 per task, but that's wee bit expensive. How does the Facebook payment platform work? I'm not 100% sure how the new system is because I don't have it. But from what I understand is it's kind of like a PayPal setup. You would link your information with the Facebook platform to be able to accept a PayPal payment, but it's more of just something available on the Facebook platform itself. I myself, just because of how Facebook has been in the past with having technical issues and just how they are in general, I don't trust the Facebook payment platform itself. If it were up to me, I would use my PayPal or a Stripe account or something like that that is more trustworthy. And the only reason I say this is because there are so many scammers on Facebook. You know, they have so many people on there that create fake accounts, spam accounts, scam accounts in general, and they're everywhere. They're constantly sending friend requests every day. They're spoofing your own friends and family's accounts to be able to get you to fall into their trap so they could try and hack you. And that ain't cool. And in my opinion, I would not use the Facebook payment platform. I would use PayPal or Stripe or something to that effect that has been around for a good amount of time and is trustworthy. But from what I understand, Vidal, the payment setup for Facebook is very similar to that of PayPal or Stripe in the sense that you would link your bank account information to the website and it would be able to do a transaction for you. But myself, as I said, I don't entirely trust it. I will do a little bit more research and I will let you know. Because I only know two people that have used it, and other than that, I don't know anybody that is trustworthy enough to use the Facebook platform for payments. I'm even skeptical of fundraisers. Though I have done a couple and they have been successful in raising money for nonprofits, I'm still a little bit on edge about how they do things because even with the fundraiser platform on Facebook, you can do your fundraiser and you can, we'll say, collect a $200 fund between a few different people and want it to go to a particular nonprofit. Rather than them taking that money immediately as it's received and sending it to the nonprofit once the fundraiser is finished, they don't. They actually take an additional month for the money that you've raised to go to a different third party company to then go to the nonprofit that you did the fundraiser for. What's going on, Danny? Having internet issues, or are you just keeping yourself busy over there? No, I'm not saying that I would not use the Facebook platform for the payments, but I don't know enough about it and how they have everything set up to really 100% trust it. But I will do a little bit more research on it, and I will touch on it in another video or in a live stream to really give you my take on that platform. Now, when it comes to doing the Fiverr or Upwork or freelancer.com scenarios, they all want you to link your PayPal account in order to receive your payment. And as I said a moment ago, they do services as cheap as $5, and there are some people that are charging thousands of dollars depending on the task that you want done. And it is entirely up to you on the price that you set for your amount of work. For instance, if you were to do a book editing or formatting, you may end up taking a few hours to get it done, or it could take you a couple days depending on the book size. And in which case, you would have to specify in your listing how much you're going to charge for what length of work. If you're doing a 100-page book and it's only going to take you an hour or two, then you could do it for like $20, $30 an hour, or you could charge just $20 to $30 for that one little bit of work. Or you could have a 1,000-page book or something like that, and it might take you a few different days to get that task done. So you would have to put in your description that it's going to take you 3 to 4 days to get that product back to the person requesting it. And you would have to set your rate based on the amount of time you're going to be spending on it. Uh, any suggestions for marketing? Can you be a little bit more specific, Vidal, on suggestions for marketing? Are you talking about marketing your skills? Or are you talking about marketing maybe one of your books, or just marketing in general? Just to just to be sure I am talking on the right particular set of marketing, because there is multiple different ways to market everything. You know, you can go the free route of marketing, and you could do Facebook posts, Twitter posts, Instagram posts. Um, you can let people in your friends and family list know specifically, hey, I'm doing this particular thing, and if it interests you, then hit me up. Or you could do like Facebook ads or something to that effect, in which case you could target a particular group of people, we'll say anywhere between 18 and 24, who are in the Great Lakes area. Or you could say something to the effect of somebody between the age of 30 and 35 who's in the Great Lakes area and makes $40,000 to $50,000 a year, and then that ad would go out to that particular set of people rather than it going to the vast majority of everybody in the country. You could do your own promotions within your YouTube videos and drop a link within your description of, hey, I'm doing this service on Fiverr or Upwork or Freelancer, and if you're interested, check out my page. And then you can have a brief description of what it is that you're offering there in your description on the video, as well as on that page, so they can have a little bit of info before they go to the website. Um, if you were on Facebook and you had multiple groups you're in, depending on the group rules, and they allow to promote your videos or your stuff, you could go in there and be like, well, hey, I have this ability to do this. If it interests you, then hit me up. There are a number of different ways that you can market. If you wanted to, you could do a marketing on Craigslist, which is another of the platforms I had mentioned in this morning's video and have in the description as well for this live stream. Is you can go into Craigslist and you can make a post in the gig section. You can do a post in the help wanted section, or the I want something section, because you never know exactly where people are going to search on Craigslist for what they're looking for. Some people go directly to the wanted section, and some of them are looking for the freelancers and the gig section only. And then you have some people that look between them, and then you have some people that will look at the section for what people are hoping will get posted. So you can post in any one of those three categories what you're doing for a freelance service, and you are then able to interact with that person as well as negotiate what your rates are going to be and how long it takes to do the task and so forth. And if you're new here, thank you for joining us today. If you're enjoying this live stream or interested in any of the content here, please don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. We do a live Q&A on every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to drop them into the live chat, or if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and drop it down there in the comment section, and I would be more than happy to answer them as soon as possible. It's hard telling, Danny. Sometimes when you look at the YouTube counter for the live stream, it will tell you that there's 0 people watching, and sometimes there's actually 4 or 5 people there. Sometimes it'll tell you one's watching and there's no one there. It's YouTube. They've been having a crap ton of issues lately, and that is one thing that is really, really crappy. And I know you probably don't have any questions, Danny, because you are like, you're already doing your thing and have been for a while. But I appreciate you sticking around and joining me for the live stream. What's your weather been like over there in the UK? And if you're a content creator of any kind, no matter what skill level, if you're interested in being a part of an awesome community of fellow content creators of all different levels, or just want to maybe learn something new or help out other content creators, I highly recommend checking out the Creators Guild, which is hosted by Impartial Geek. You can find it at creatorsguild.app. And if you are a new content creator and you're looking for help to be able to do your videos or live streams, podcasts, whatever it may be, check out creatortoolkit.com and join in on the fun. David has a course there that is free to help all content creators from very beginning to advanced. And that is also where the 7-day challenge is. And we would love to see you there. Yeah, yeah, it definitely is the usual for YouTube. Well, you can share some of that heat, Danny. I will not complain in the least, brother. I'm just saying. This bouncing back and forth crap where it's cold 1 minute and hotter than hell the next, and then freezing cold again sucks. Awesome. Thank you. That is good to know. I have been tweaking and tweaking. I think after that last test live stream with everybody being here, I did another 6 or 7 audio tests of just me doing recordings, and I got it as best as I possibly could. And I even tested it to the point to where I left my computer fan on full bore while I was doing everything and hoping that it would turn out good. I'm trying to figure out how to market my skills. If I start, I would be a beginner with what I'm doing. What do you want to do, Fidel, if you don't mind me asking? Because even if it's something that you've never done before but you have experience in, just doing it yourself for like your books or your content, that's okay. Because even in the content creator industry, a lot of people feel that they don't have the confidence to do things because, well, they're not an expert. But really, you don't need to be an expert in absolutely everything. As long as you have a little bit more knowledge than somebody else, you're able to help somebody at a lower level than what you are and make things easier on them. So, even if it's just a little bit more knowledge than somebody else out there in that field, you're set. Oh, yeah. If you want to be a beta reader, then you can definitely do that. There are a lot of beta readers on Fiverr from what I've seen. And they themselves, from what I've noticed on the listings the other day while I was putting everything together, they had a nice little section of beta readers ranging in prices from like $25 and up. In fact, I'll open up a tab here real quick and we'll go to Fiverr. Scroll down here. Where is it? Beta reading. There we are. $10, $15, $10, $75, 40, 10, 25, 20, 70, 115, 25, 30, 5. Let's see. $150, $260. And there's 10 plus pages of beta readers on here. And so far, the highest one I've seen on the first page is $260 to read a book. We'll scroll up here. We'll find that one again. We'll go to this person's profile here a minute. And their description is, I will help you beta read your novel or script. Please message to discuss before ordering. Does your book have good bones? Get a reader perspective and find out what type of editing package you should be considering for your MS. Simple beta read, a full read of your MS and completed 40 question report from your reader, recommended editorial steps and follow-up questions are allowed within reason. No developmental or coaching mentoring questions are allowed. Complex complex beta read, simple beta read plus comments with the MS flagging where things were confusing, forced, unclear, or particularly good. Editorial analysis. 30 days. And that's her basic plan for a simple beta read is 260. Full read of the MS 40 question report, recommendations, editorial steps, 30-day turnaround. So she doesn't specify the number of words is 65,000, and that's $260. Then her standard plan is complex beta read, simple plus comments and MS, confusing bits, particularly good bits, forced bits, etc. 30 days. Sample line edit, reader report, and still 65,000 words. And that is $325. And then her premium package is editorial analysis, and that's $780, which is skills and story analysis, strengths and weaknesses, and in-depth report with suggestions. Again, it's a 30-day delivery or completion of the beta read. Sample line edit, reader report, and number of words is still 65,000. All right, Danny, thanks for joining us, brother. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. But you could definitely do beta reading, Fidel. And based on that one posting right there for that beta reader, you can make a nice amount of money depending on how many words you want to read, what all you plan on giving them for feedback and things like that as well. And we'll go back here to one of the other ones just to see the difference between a very expensive beta reader and one that is a little bit cheaper. And she had a 4.8 rating, and only 2 people have given her a rating on that particular one. We'll go down here. This one's got a 5-star rating with 29 reviewers. and chapter in short stories for $10. Feedback on chapters and short stories up to 8,000 words. 2-day delivery, sample line edit, reader report. That's his basic. His standard is novels and short novels for $50. Feedback on novels and short novels up to 50,000 words, and that's a 4-day delivery time with 50,000 words, sample line edit, and reader report. And then his premium is $85 with a 10-day turnaround time and up to 85,000 words. And that's not bad. $10, $50, and $85 are that guy's plans for his fees. So you can definitely do beta reading and give feedback and input on somebody else's book on multiple different levels and different turnaround times. It's entirely up to you. And you being an author, I could totally see you doing it and making a fair amount of money because you are Vidal the blind reader. So coming from you, it would be awesome because then it gives that new perspective from somebody who's visually impaired compared to the sighted community to be able to give them that ability to understand how easy or how difficult it is to understand their writing. You know, that to me, I could see you doing and doing well because you've got experience of reading a crap ton of books because you are the blind reader. You've got your own books that you have been working on. So that gives you that perspective of both sides of being a reader and a writer and able to give real good perspective for feedback on those beta reads. Do you have any more questions? Because you can literally do freelancing for just about anything. And you're the one that sets your rate. On Fiverr, they've got 3 different tiers: basic, standard, and premium. And each of them has a different set of guidelines for what you want to do. Your basic is the run of the mill cheapest thing for your pay. Your premium is your top dollar freelance work. For your instance, Vidal, you could do like anywhere from $5 to $20 for your very minimum for your basic plan and say, okay, well, I'll read your short stories or your book of up to 5,000 words or whatever. And you could go as far as your premium being set up to where I'll read your full book within a month and I'll charge you $100 with feedback on what I think of your book, how difficult it was to read your book, or what I had difficulty in for wording and things like that. And you could make a fair amount of money that way. Yes, there is a lot of competition out there when it comes to the other freelancers on the platform, but you have a completely different perspective compared to everybody else, especially being in the visually impaired community. So, in my opinion, being a visually impaired reader as well as a visually impaired author, you have a unique set of skills and perspectives to offer to anybody in the book community. How do Fiverr customers send their documents? I do believe that you would book one of the freelancers or message them prior to making an order with them and making arrangements of ensuring that they were going to meet your requirements or whatever like that. And then they would give you a personal or business email to be able to send them the digital copy. Like, for instance, we'll use you for an example. You're set up on Fiverr, you have an account. You could have it in your description to contact me before placing an order. And then I would email you through Fiverr to let you know that I'm interested in having you do my service for me. And then I would upload a document into like Google Drive or something like that, a cloud based service. And then after you said, yes, I'll do it, then I could go into Fiverr, make the order stating that I'm going to pay you for doing my beta read, and then message you again with the Google link to be able to send that book to them. I'm actually going to be doing a video on how to do Fiverr setup as well, because a few of our community members in the consulting crew have asked for me to do a tutorial on how to go in and create an account and everything else so they can do it, because it's not all that accessible friendly from what I've understood from them. So I will be doing a Fiverr tutorial here in the next few days to be able to help you all set up your Fiverr accounts. We are approaching the top of the hour. So this is a last call for questions before we end out today's live stream. If you're watching on the replay, please feel free to drop any questions down into the comment section and I will get back to them as soon as possible. If you have any questions about any of the content in the past, or you would like to see content specifically here in the future, by all means, go ahead and share that as well. I am more than happy to focus on the things that you and the community would like me to prioritize first, rather than just doing the content myself, as I think you may be interested in. Again, if you're a content creator of any kind, if you're a video creator, a live streamer, a podcaster, musician, anything like that, if you're interested in being a part of a awesome content creator community, check out creatorsguild.app and join us over there. It is completely free. All right. So I want to thank you all again for joining me today. It is greatly appreciated, Danny Mac and Vidal. And Septimius, greatly appreciated. Hope you all are having a good Monday. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. It helps out the algorithm. It will also help you to stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. And please don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated on all the content here in the community. And I hope you have a good one. We will see you next week for our next live stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Till then, have a good week. Stay safe, stay warm, and we will see you next time.